Welcome to the Sleep Lab. Imagine a star so cool your bare hand could drift through its light, not burning, only warming, like sunlight resting on skin during late afternoon, when air holds quiet heat and the world feels paused. Astronomers call them Y-type brown dwarfs, failed stars, cosmic embers, bodies colder than campfires, some barely warmer than your own blood, wandering interstellar darkness, glowing softly in infrared, like thoughts that never fully fade. Tonight we approach one impossible world, a planet where average air rests near 35 degrees Celsius, warm as human skin, orbiting a dim brown dwarf, where night never blinds, only hums with perpetual twilight. The mystery is scale, because what seems gentle here was born from stellar violence, gravity-crushing gas clouds, nuclear fire almost igniting, yet not quite, leaving behind an object between planet and star. These brown dwarfs form like stars, but lack mass to sustain hydrogen fusion, so instead they cool for billions of years, fading slowly, radiating stored heat, a cosmic memory leaking quietly into surrounding space. To stand near such a body would feel like approaching a warm stone after sunset, heat without glare, light without brilliance, a threshold between stellar fury and planetary calm, balanced on physics' narrow edge. Our imagined planet circles close, tidally locked, one hemisphere always facing the brown dwarf, the other turned outward, yet temperatures remain gentle because energy arrives slowly, like breath rather than flame, steady, predictable. Clouds there might be water, ammonia, or exotic aerosols, scattering infrared glow into peach and violet hues, a sky lit like permanent dusk, shadows soft, edges blurred, as if reality itself chose whispering tones. The curiosity gap opens here. Could life exist under such warmth, under light too dim for familiar photosynthesis, under a star you could almost touch, a sun that feels more companion than ruler? Physics says energy flow matters more than brightness. So long as incoming heat balances outgoing radiation, climates stabilize, and stability is the quiet cradle where complexity grows, molecules meeting, lingering, forming fragile patterns. In 2025, climate models for temperate exoplanets show that even low-luminosity hosts can support liquid water zones. If atmospheres are thick, greenhouse gases tuned, circulation spreading warmth like blood distributing heat through bodies. So our world orbits in a narrow band, neither frozen nor boiling, where oceans breathe mist into sky, where rain falls warm, where night creatures never see darkness absolute, only gradients of luminous comfort. Feel the overview effect now. The astronauts shift, seeing Earth as fragile sphere, except we look outward, realizing warmth, oceans, and gentle climates may bloom under stars barely stars at all, redefining habitability's boundaries. The universe appears less hostile, more nuanced, as if life hides not only in bright gardens, but also in dim, ember-lit corners, where physics whispers instead of shouts, and survival depends on balance, not excess. This threshold of wonder slows the mind, executive attention softly occupied, curiosity replacing rumination, as vastness holds personal worries smaller, like pebbles beside an ocean, still present, yet no longer dominating the inner horizon. Let us build the science gently. Energy leaves the brown dwarf as infrared photons, long wavelengths, low energy, moving like slow music through space, absorbed by atmospheric molecules, causing them to vibrate, share warmth. Greenhouse gases act like layered blankets, not trapping heat cruelly, but delaying its escape, lengthening the time warmth lingers, smoothing day-night differences, the way ocean currents soften coastal winters on Earth today. Circulation cells rise near the substellar point, where light is strongest, then flow outward, descending in cooler regions, a planetary breath, convection carrying energy across hemispheres, preventing extremes, maintaining that steady 35-degree balance. Magnetic fields may wrap this planet, deflecting charged particles from the brown dwarf storms, preserving atmosphere over eons, because even dim objects flare, releasing bursts of radiation, space weather echoing across orbital distances. Inside, radioactive decay and residual formation heat warm the core, driving plate tectonics perhaps, recycling carbon, shaping continents, creating chemical gradients, those differences in concentration that life uses like ladders to climb complexity. Water, carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, the familiar quartet, could cycle here too, dissolved in warm seas, lifted as vapor, raining back, chemistry looping endlessly, a planetary metabolism mirroring the gut-brain axis loops inside organisms. The gut-brain axis on Earth links microbes, nerves, and mood, showing how chemistry influences consciousness. And on our world, planetary chemistry similarly shapes possibility, atmospheric composition steering climate, climate steering evolutionary pathways over immense timescales. Light there is redder, dimmer, so photosynthesis might use pigments tuned to infrared, absorbing longer wavelengths, like some Earth bacteria already do, expanding the palette of life beyond green leaves into darker, subtler hues. Even quantum effects play roles. The Aharonov-Bohm effect reminds us potentials influence particles without direct force, a metaphor for how invisible fields, magnetic, gravitational, shape environments organisms never consciously perceive, yet constantly inhabit. Time flows differently in such systems. Brown dwarfs cool gradually, so habitable conditions could last billions of years, long, slow chapters where evolution experiments patiently, without the abrupt brightening typical of many main-sequence stars. Stability reduces extinction pressure, allowing ecosystems to become intricate, interdependent, like coral reefs or forests, networks of exchange where energy trickles steadily, not in violent pulses, supporting complexity that mirrors neural networks' quiet activity. Your brain, listening now, also seeks steady input, neither overwhelming nor empty, a balance encouraging GABA release, calming circuits, just as planetary systems favor equilibrium, extremes fading into sustainable, life-friendly middle grounds. Thus, physics, chemistry, and biology weave together, from subatomic phases to atmospheric flows, each layer influencing others, nested systems, like thoughts within emotions within bodies, all shaped by energy gradients moving toward balance. Our warm planet under a cool star becomes not fantasy, but extrapolation, grounded in models, telescope data, and laboratory studies, a plausible node in the cosmic web of possibilities emerging from universal physical laws. Science does not remove wonder, it refines it, showing how gentle warmth, dim light, and patient time might conspire to host oceans, clouds, perhaps minds, under a sky glowing like an eternal sunset. Here comes the paradox. The most life-friendly warmth may exist around stars too faint to ever dominate their skies, where survival depends not on brilliance, but on subtlety, cooperation, and delicate energetic negotiations. There is quiet sadness in knowing such worlds may flourish unseen, civilizations perhaps rising beneath copper clouds, never glimpsing a bright blue day, never watching a blazing sunrise, their cosmos forever intimate, enclosed. Yet melancholy softens into beauty, Because meaning does not require spectacle. Existence itself, molecules persisting, organisms sensing warmth, is already profound, even under a star that feels like touchable dusk. We too orbit a star, yet rarely feel the miracle of balanced heat, the narrow band allowing liquid water, thinking it ordinary, until perspective shifts, revealing how rare such calm conditions may be. The overview effect becomes inward, recognizing your own body as ecosystem, temperatures regulated, chemistry cycling, trillions of microbes conversing with nerves, a living planet of cells sustained by controlled, gentle thermal gradients. Sadness arises softly from transience. Stars cool, planets change, bodies age. Yet in each fleeting equilibrium, awareness blooms, the universe briefly knowing itself through biological processes before entropy carries structures back into simplicity. Imagine beings there who evolved without bright shadows, whose myths speak of the great ember, a warm presence in the sky, constant, never blinding, a source of comfort more than awe. Their science might discover, as ours did, that their star once tried to ignite fully, that they live in a cosmic almost, a system defined by what nearly happened, history shaped by thresholds. There is tenderness in near misses, in systems balanced on edges, like human lives shaped by small differences, paths taken or not, outcomes hinging on subtle parameters, quantum and personal alike. The Aharonov-Bohm effect shows unseen potentials matter, and similarly, unrealized stellar fusion shapes destiny, the absence of full ignition granting billions of years of gentle warmth, a gift born from insufficiency. What we label failure, a star not massive enough, becomes opportunity elsewhere, reminding us that cosmic value is contextual, that deficits in one frame become resources in another, reframing scarcity into possibility. This insight carries a bittersweet tone, acknowledging limits while revealing hidden grace, a sadness paradox where constraint births stability and modest energy flows sustain complexity longer than raging, short-lived brilliance. So the mind bends, holding both fragility and resilience, seeing life as patterns surfing narrow thermodynamic channels, temporary eddies in universal cooling, yet capable of love, memory, and stories about distant warm worlds. Your worries, once loud, now sit within this cosmic framing, still real, yet part of larger processes, neural weather inside a biological planet, itself orbiting a star, inside a galaxy among countless others. Melancholy here is gentle, like twilight, not despair but depth, an emotional infrared glow, less intense yet penetrating, connecting personal impermanence with stellar evolution, weaving feeling and physics into one quiet narrative. Now the rhythm slows, like waves flattening at dusk, and we listen to imagined sounds of that world, wind moving through warm mist, distant ocean sighs, a continuous low murmur beneath a dim sky. Acoustic ecology guides attention outward, from thoughts to textures, subtle frequencies, like the cosmic microwave background's faint hiss, or the deep sea's layered echoes, environments rich yet non-demanding to the mind. Breathing matches these patterns, slow inhalations, longer exhalations, nervous system shifting toward rest, executive networks loosening, default mode activity rising, internal landscapes unfolding like quiet continents under evening light. Picture gentle rain falling into warm oceans, droplets merging without splash, surfaces barely disturbed, each sound soft, repetitive, predictable, forming a sonic blanket, similar to blood flow in ears when rooms grow silent. Above, The brown dwarf hums with low magnetic activity, auroras perhaps glowing faintly, curtains of infrared light unseen by human eyes, yet present, a silent music written in charged particles and fields. Your mind drifts among these steady phenomena, nothing urgent, no sharp edges, just gradients, slow cycles, like planets orbiting, electrons in clouds, thoughts appearing, fading, without needing pursuit or resistance. Temperature remains that skin-like warmth, neither chill nor heat, the body's favorite range, where muscles release tension, vessels widen, signals of safety traveling through nerves, chemistry shifting toward restoration and cellular repair. In this state, memories process quietly, like sediments settling in calm water, emotional charges dispersing, neural networks replaying patterns gently, integrating experience, the brain performing its nocturnal housekeeping with patient precision. Outside, on that distant world, tides move under a dim sun. Life forms perhaps resting too, synchronized with thermal cycles, biology and astronomy entwined, all rhythms nested within the slow cooling of a brown dwarf. The story thins now, details dissolving into sensation, warmth, dim light, distant hums, allowing imagination to take over, filling spaces with personal imagery, private constellations forming behind closed eyelids. Nothing needs solving. Questions can float unanswered, like that touchable star hanging in perpetual dusk, its mystery held without tension, curiosity softened into acceptance, awareness resting rather than reaching. Breath continues, slow tide in, slow tide out, body heavy, supported, as if lying on the surface of a warm ocean under a quiet sky, physics and feeling settling into shared stillness. Somewhere, a brown dwarf cools another fraction of a degree, space expanding, galaxies turning, while here, neural activity descends towards sleep, consciousness dimming like starlight crossing interstellar distances. The universe does not rush, and neither must you. Processes unfolding on scales vast and microscopic, all moving toward equilibrium, a universal lullaby sung in radiation, gravity, and the soft chemistry of life. Rest now in that balance, between star and planet, warmth and cool, thought and dream, held in a cosmos where even failed stars can cradle gentle worlds, and quiet is enough. If your mind feels a little quieter right now, that's the sleep lab effect. We turn science, space, and consciousness into calm stories for deep rest. Subscribe for daily journeys that slow your thoughts and guide you gently towards sleep. Like the video, and tonight, just drift.